Hey guys, it's 15 here, back with another video this time, and it's another Marvel Legends figure review, and I'm still going with this, just switching, doing something else for a change than just my same Kamen Rider, Power Ranger, and Super Sentai review. I just want to review some Marvel Legends, showing my kind of love for Marvel Legends and stuff like that, just for Marvel in general. But yeah, we're here reviewing the Ultimate Spider-Man Woman, and Jessica Drew. Oh, from the Ultimate Universe, again, the clone of Peter Parker, again, you kind of get the point, but, like, yeah, that's kind of just running it down with this. But, yeah, no blocks. I'm just going to go straight into this, because there's no accessories. We're just going to go over the look of the figure, and then the articulation. Going over the figure itself, it looks pretty good. Again, giving you a rundown of this, because I actually have some of the comics of the Clone Saga, which they actually did the Clone Saga better in the Ultimate Universe than in the 616 universe. Again, Spider-Man's kind of like the only thing they did well. The rest, I don't know, Avengers / Ultimates, they didn't do too much well in that, to clean with their Ultimatums story, and then also the X-Men didn't do too well either. I don't know, there's other things going on that I can go over a lot, but yeah. Yeah, like I said, just really don't know, but it's going over this character. This is the Jessica Drew from the Ultimate Universe. Like I said, this is a clone of Peter Parker, a female clone, which makes it weird a little bit. But there is some difference with some. She has the same powers as Peter, but instead she has like organic webs, and yeah, I will say that. But sadly, this is our only one with Jessica Drew, at least from the Ultimate Universe, because she did change up to a new codename and costume to Black Widow, the Ultimate Universe Black Widow, and I'm still hoping we get that figure eventually. I just hope we do, because again, and we definitely need to get our Spider-Verse characters, and just need to get an updated one with Jessica Drew. So yeah. Overall, overall the look of this thing, we're gonna look at the head first, and I'm liking the looks of this. I don't think there's any QC issues on this thing. Maybe the eyes are a little dodgy, but there's no like nicks in the paint or anything like that. It does have this pearl white, which I really do like about this. So yeah, but yeah, I think they hit the mark as far as the paint around it. It is one of those heads that has the hair just sculpted and blowing the wind motion, which is kind of okay if you just. It's kind of okay with me, but in some cases I wish that they had like an interchangeable heads at least. Just have one with the hair down and maybe the other one blowing the other way. But yeah, just something I kind of just wish they did. Also, interchangeable hands. That's another thing they don't have. But yeah, as far as going the rest, it's mostly a kind of dark red color. And then here's the logo, the kind of spiral logo on the front, which is kind of reminiscent of Venom a bit, at least in some cases. We have the lines, which actually seem very straight. Again, and yeah, just there's no like nicks in the paint or anything like that. That's kind of like the one thing I like about this figure too. Here's the back again, and there's the lines on the side, and yeah, everything else is just red. And there's nothing too much to go over with it, and then also the tips of the finger, and also the fingers are white, also accurate, and pearl white. Again, really do like it, and the hair I really do like too. I will say there's a little dust in it, and the hair just sculpted it, and then also there's some like shading to it, but yeah. That's pretty much it for the figure. Now let's go over the articulation. We do got side-to-side movements for the head, which you kind of have to move the head a little bit to get the hair over the shoulder. But it does go up down this far, and can't go that only this far up because the hair. Like I said, I really wish that we had like different head sculpts, but again, they'll probably be the same. But yeah, arms can go up into a T pose, or a bit bigger or Y pose actually. What I forgot to mention, almost forgot to mention in my Spider-Girl review, is that there's no bicep swivel. Again, you go 360 like that, but there is a little cut in the arm, which I actually had to get 2 of these because I had to get a second one because one of these hands broke. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I can bend it in single joint, but if you turn it like around, you get a little bit more. But yeah, it's just single joint elbows like all the female figures. Also, the hands do hinge up and down, like I said, and they do rotate. And like I said, I will say I'm kind of really scared to get some other figures because again, my first one did break. But yeah, they both do. And then as far as the diaphragm joint, it can only bend this far before back, and it can't bend too far forward. That's kind of the one downside of the articulation. That's all I'm saying. And then the legs, same thing. Like I said, you can only kick up that far. Can't go forward more, and it just makes it a little harder to deal with it. If I cut double joint knees for your V triggers, or just needed to groin, and it's kind of like what some girls do, but they kind of just aim for, or sometimes, not saying all the time, but yeah. Also have a calf swivel, and then also have a up and down movement for the feet, and beautiful ankle pivot. It's just everything you need. And then here's Ultimate Jessica Drew, just what her widest stance possible with both feet flat on the floor. Or again, just really want to do my Glenn tribute. I also will say this foot is a little stiff over here, and this has a gap. This has a little gap in a little bit. This leg has a little gap here. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for like just a little compare all that. And now let's go on to our comparisons a little bit. And then for our comparisons, first we're just going to be comparing this with the 2 other figures that use the same blind mold. We have the Mayday Parker Spider-Girl, which I reviewed a few days ago. Again, card pulling up right now. And Corazon and yeah, like I said, I kind of like we have all 3 of these characters. We still need Spider-Link, and you know any Parker from the New Battles universe, and we still need again the Ultimate Black Widow, Jessica Drew. Who again, Jessica Drew's second code name and second costume that she wore in the Spider-Verse and in the Ultimate Universe. And yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. So I wanted to get these 2 out of the way, and then actually the next obvious one here is Jessica with Miles, because she has teamed up with him, and also was in the Spider-Verse with him, and also which just became one of the mentors for Miles after actually after Peter died and everything. But yeah, like I said, just pretty much that. But yeah, want to point that in. And like I said, and yeah, now on to the other one. Okay, I didn't know where one of them were, but here is Jessica with Pizza Spider-Man and Spidey 2099. I just kind of wanted to. I didn't want to do too many comparisons, but at this point, it's just what I do. Just comparing it with all the other Spider-Verse characters, not counting movie stuff. You know, I should really do that, but again, we got that. We got Superior Spider-Man and Spider-Man PS4, which she has met Superior Spider-Man during the Spider-Verse event. Not so much for PS4 Spider-Man, but she didn't appear in Spider-Again, so I don't know where she is right now. It's just like she's just appeared off, and just the existence of the Marvel Comics Marvel Universe. But yeah, these two side by side chart. Like I said, I hope we get a new Superior Spider-Man with the gauntlets and everything. But yeah. And then for your kind of Spider clone, we got Scarlet Spider, well, Ben Reilly and the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, which, again, she's met this version of Ben Reilly, a version using this costume. Hasn't met Scarlet Spider because, again, she hasn't appeared. She didn't appear in the Spider again. I don't know what happened to her. The last time I saw her was actually the Secret Wars event. Also, I did put on the Ventus collection, and Scarlet Spider was she was on my regular Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. So wanted to point that out. And I think we just got one more. And one last thing, we do have the Jessica Drew Iron Woman and the Ultimate Spider-Woman with the big time Iron Spider-Man or big time badass Spider-Man. What do we want to call the guy? Just the new one. And yeah, again, everything compares very well with this. And you just fit this in with your Ultimate Universe. And then finally, just to kind of go keep with the female body mold stuff, here is In Space Yellow, which still has that warped leg. I'm gonna fix it. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the little comparison stuff. Now let's go on with the final thought. And there's my review on the Jessica Drew Ultimate Spider-Woman figure review. And yeah, this is from the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure wave, so I will mention that. And this came with the torso, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the torso. I remember it from memory for a little bit, but yeah, there's some few figures from this wave. I think the other ones that came with like the arm and I the leg. One of the arms and one of the leg was anti-venom and then Daredevil. I know who was in this wave. I just can't remember what pieces of the Build-A-Figure they got. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to do that. As far as the thoughts on my figures, and yeah, what do you guys think of my pose? I know it's not great. Like I said, I just kind of just did one real quick, and yeah, I just kind of want to do it similar to Sherman's Prime, but it's not the greatest. It's not really the greatest, like I said. But yeah, I just want to do something like that. But overall, I like this figure. It just has some things. Besides the articulation just being a little bit on the kind of weak side, which again has some cool things. It's just it can't bend to a 4 with the ab crunch, and then you can't kick too far, which that's kind of like the one thing that you need for a Spider character, including Jessica Drew. Oh, in this one. But yeah, all the paintwork is pretty good. There's no any QC issues as compared to my other figures. That's kind of what I was mentioning with the Spider-Girl. I didn't have a problem with the webbing or anything like that. It's just QC issues, quality control. That's what I meant. That's what it's called. But again, yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't mind also the head sculpt here. I just wish they kind of included like a few head sculpts. If they're not gonna give us interchangeable hands, give us interchangeable head sculpts. So you can have like the different direction for the blowing in the wind, and hair blowing in the breeze, and then one that's just normal. But yeah, I'm just kind of glad I got this in my collection. I just hope we get her other look for when she was Black Widow for the universe again. Yeah, I can go. It's because that's the look she was wearing during the Spider-Verse event. So that's another thing. I mean, I kind of really need that Hasbro to make it, and they really didn't make it. It's been like it's been like 4 years. It's been like actually no, it's been like 8 years. Yeah, 8 years, or maybe like a little bit more. I think 8 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8. So there's that, but I don't know. There weren't interchangeable hands, which I really wish they did. It's just something we need for a Spider for this figure, even though this hand's good enough because she does shoot webs out of her fingers. pretty sure she does. Even though there's a few other times she did flipping hand, but again, I've seen other times those were fingers. But yeah, I don't know. I do recommend this figure if you can find it for a reasonable price, because that's kind of like the big thing. This was released back in 2014, 2015, and yeah, it's gonna be a little bit harder to get, but I can say it's worth it for like just if you just need a Jessica Drew for your Spider-Verse display. But again, that's kind of like the biggest thing about this. But yeah, overall, again, I do recommend this just if you can find it for a reasonable price. If you can find it loose, but I would actually recommend it just trying to get it with Build-A-Figure if you want to build Hobgoblin. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to go any longer than I feel like I'm doing, but I'm probably not because I've been actually doing better with not taking so long with a review. But yeah, remember to like this video, comment down below what you guys think of this figure. Do you like this figure? Do you think it's worth it? And worth trying to track down the aftermarket prices. That's kind of like the one big thing, like eBay and stuff like that. Even Amazon. That's kind of like the biggest thing. Is just price. But yeah, and if it's worth it. Do you think it should have included like a few interchangeable heads, like I said, and you think the articulation should have been better? Stuff like that. Just comment down anything below. Advice, words of encouragement, because I'm losing in my confidence in the channel, and I'm still wondering if I'm gonna be leaving again. I think of leaving again. I don't know. No, but like I said, just comment down anything down below. Remember to subscribe, tap the bell. More videos coming soon. Like I said, more Spider-Verse figure reviews, and also remember to share to expand the channel. Your social medias and stuff like that. And that's this is Ice 15 going on our kicking out of here.